Welcome everybody, back to Flat Tire Dan. Day 4 of my What the Hell Am I Doing in Florida tour. Kind of my last day. I mean, I'm here tomorrow morning a little bit and then I get on a plane to come home, which is a bit of a bummer because I'm really having a good time, as you've seen. Though I do miss Triton, so I am looking forward to getting home, seeing him. But today's my last day here, and I thought I might just poke around the RV community a little bit down here because, you know, there's a strong possibility I may end up here someday, not too distant future, we'll see, right? And I would certainly remain in the RV community and maybe actually full-time in the RV community down here. So what's up with that? What's involved? You know, do I want to buy one here? Do I want to bring my own? All that kind of stuff. So I'm going to spend the day poking around a dealership or two. I'm at a dealership now. As you can see, the dealerships here usually deal in boats and RVs, which is kind of cool, right? But I'm here at a dealership. I'm going to walk around a little bit, and then I might visit a couple of different RV communities where, you know, I could possibly live in my camper down here, just to kind of see what's up with the scene. So I figured I'd bring you guys along. You know I have a lot of RV viewers, and kind of give you an inside look at the RV scene, at least around the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So stick around, should be interesting. So oddly enough, my first visit to a local RV dealer, and they have my exact camper just in the Gray Wolf line. Still Forest River, still, you know, no slide out, travel trailer, toy hauler. This one's a little bigger than mine. So there seems to be a large variety and a lot of RVs that you can find, obviously down here, with basically this being vacation land. A lot of used inventory, not a lot of dealerships, at least in this area. Most of the RV dealers are up in the Orlando, kind of further north area, but this one here, which is called RV Planet, although a little unconventional as far as like storage of RVs and stuff and how they show them to you, does have a large variety and really nice people. I spent about a half hour talking with the owner here about not only the RV market, but different places that you could possibly live year-round, you know, for reasonable pricing, that kind of stuff. So this is my first stop. Some cool RVs. Nice little Alliance fifth wheel down here, not too big. Toy haulers, from what I understand, aren't the easiest to find. Big demand for them down here. So we'll see what I can come up with the remainder of the day. But this is kind of what most of the RV dealerships look like down here. More kind of warehouse style, and they also sell boats. First stop, Paradise RV Resort right outside of Fort Lauderdale, recommended from the owner of RV Planet, which was the dealership we were just at. Nice spot, kind of in a commercial area, which I found surprising, but nice campground once you get inside the gates. Nice lady. Everybody down here is so nice. I think it's the weather, right? And she explained to me kind of how her campground works, and most of them down here. Wintertime, almost impossible to get availability. They open up reservations April 1st. They book for the entire winter, 6 months, that day. Summertime, there's some availability. You can do it by the week, the month, however long, but maximum of 6 months or no longer than the end of the April till October or October to April period. Pretty reasonable rates considering cost of living down here, mostly cost of real estate that I've seen down here. But the challenge would be finding some place that would have availability in the winter. And so I'm going to move on to another spot and see if I can get some more info. you at home who missed the ocean like I did. So I did stop at a couple more RV type resorts. They were pretty much the same as the first one. Nice. Kind of weird where they were at, but once you got inside them, they were really well done. Nice people, but zero availability in the wintertime. And if you were to get lucky enough to get a spot, very cost prohibitive, at least for someone like me. So don't know that that's the solution to RVing down here for any extended period of time. The lady did tell me there's a good sort of county park system that they have where you can stay for 4 or 5 months at a time. So I'm gonna check that out a little later, but I figured while I was still along the coast, I'd get my feet in the water one last time before I head home to Pennsylvania tomorrow. Okay, as promised, stopping at one of the county park systems here that have camping, and it is awesome. It is really pretty, wide open, beautiful park. As you can see, a lake, swimming pools, all kinds of great stuff. Really nice setup. Availability, according to the guys at the desk, not too bad. Wintertime gets busy, like they said, but you can book up to exactly 1 year out, and they say if you do that, you can usually find a spot. The rates are $50 a day, regardless if you stay a day or the maximum of 6 months. So short term, pretty reasonable, less than what I'm used to be paying in Pennsylvania, right? But if you wanted to stay long term, like months, it could get pricey. But really nice, wide open, beautiful, like very campground setting that I'm kind of used to, you know, back up north. So if I decide to come down here to camp for a bit, I think this is the route that I will go. And this is only one of the state parks. Guys at the desk said there's 6 or 7 within maybe a 100-mile radius of here. So and he said they're all just this nice. So not limited to this one. I think this is called CB Smith. I'll grab a picture on the way out. But yeah, seems like the county park system is the way to camp down here. Hey everyone, thought I might take a couple minutes here to wrap up our what the hell are we doing in Florida tour here. Last day here, we go home tomorrow. As always, want to start out by just thanking everybody who's been following along. Like I think I mentioned in the first episode when we got here that although I've been planning this trip for a little while, I really wasn't planning to bring you guys along, and then some things changed, and I was able to bring you along, which I'm grateful for, but really didn't give you any heads up and kind of threw it all together last minute, so I appreciate everybody who's been watching. This is kind of my first time here in this geography. Like I've been to Florida a bunch, I spent a lot of time on the Gulf Coast, I've vacationed a ton in the Keys, but as far as like South Central, mainland, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I think I was here as a kid, but as far as like being an adult, it's my first time actually spending some time here, right? And so, like, obviously the weather has been outstanding. Now that's not unique to this space. It's Florida this time of year. I know it gets hot in the summer, but it has really been beautiful. Like sunny and 85 every day, right? The people, like, have been remarkably welcoming and go out of your way. Now I get it. Like when I'm in the Keys, or when I'm down in like South Beach in Miami, like those people are being paid to be nice to me, right? Like the resort kind of areas. But here, you know, just at the grocery store or getting gas or whatever it may be, like everybody's been super nice and going out of their way. Like everybody wants to strike up a conversation. I think it has something to do with the weather, if I'm guessing, right? And so that's been a real positive experience for me. And then the other thing that I've really kind of grown to appreciate while I'm here is the proximity from here to so much cool stuff, right? Like pretty short drive to Hollywood Beach, pretty short drive to Miami Beach, South Beach, that whole area, right? Which are awesome. You saw the episodes from there. And then not much further to the Keys, which is paradise, basically, right? And so it's really cool, the proximity from here to all these different spots. Just as close to the Everglades and the Everglades National Park, which I didn't get a chance to do while I was here, but I want to do. And so I think this is like kind of a cool centralized space to see a lot if you're going to come and visit Florida. It's busy, you know, it's not a huge piece of geography between the ocean and the Everglades, right? And a lot of people want to be here, whether to live or to visit, you know. And so it's busy, you know, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of people, there's not a lot of green kind of open space, which I'm used to in Pennsylvania. And so that, you know, that's been a bit of a challenge. And you know, I think like cost of living is similar. You know, the cost of a gallon of milk or a gallon of gas seems to be the same, right, as home. But what I noticed today in my little sort of RV experiment, and then kind of taking a quick look at some real estate stuff, is the cost to live here is dramatically more than maybe what I'm used to from up north. And it makes sense. You know, you've got a small area, you got a lot of people that want to either live or vacation here, and so supply and demand, right? But as a whole, awesome experience. Really glad I had an opportunity to visit. I've been told on more than one occasion that I spend too much time saying thank you on this channel. To you guys, to the people I interact with, whatever, right? But it's how I feel, and so that's what I do. But I do want to take a quick minute here to really express a sincere gratitude, thank you, to my family, both here and not here yet, for the sacrifice they made by taking me in relatively unannounced and unexpected, right? Sacrifice of their time and their schedule, which is crazy busy right now, and their living space, all that. Like, I really, really can't say how grateful I am for you guys taking the time to make this just an awesome experience for me. And I will keep my promise, and I will be back soon. So probably gonna grab some dinner, get things packed up, head to the airport in the morning. Triton, I'm on my way home, buddy. I'll see you soon, and I will check in with you guys back in Pennsylvania. Peace.